All right, the anniversary tournament is live. Here we go. Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. It is time to kick off June. It is June 1st, and I will be getting you your Raid Shadow Legends wrap up because we've got a lot to talk about in this video. Now, first, remember, in my last video, I did a gem giveaway. I will be doing the drawing for that right after this video goes live over on stream. So if you have not left a comment on that video with your player ID and you want a chance to win the 540 gems, that video will have your instructions to do so. We've got to talk about the fusion. We finally know the kit and the aesthetic of the next fusion coming to the game, so I'll get you some reaction to that. And we've also got to talk about this madness going on with the DRACO anniversary tournament and everything else going on in game. So let's get into it. All right, so first of all, let's talk about the Plarium's 12th anniversary tournament going on right here. So basically just a champion training tournament during a clan versus clan, where if you win your group, you are going to acquire some Relentless gear and Feign, the epic champion that helps out with unkillable comps, cranking out damage in the clan boss. But we've got the global leaderboard. I don't think they've ever done it this way before. I don't think they've done the top 3 get a champion. I think it's always been the top 1, or it's been a reward from your individual group. So this is a new way to do it. Obviously, some of these crazy whales are going to go nuts to acquire Draco. You've got some endgame insane accounts that just don't have Draco yet. There's always that S tier champion that eludes everybody. So you're going to have some people that fall in that tier that are just going insane for Draco. It would have been fun if he was a reward for the individual groups. It would have been crazy to see the madness that ensued, similar to when they did that for Sir Nick. It was madness in every group. I think it would have been more fun to just have Draco be the #1 reward in the group and then Feign be the #2 reward in each group, maybe. But the way it's structured currently, yeah, kind of a letdown based off of the artwork. We saw Draco, we got excited. Maybe this will be like Sir Nick, and we'll have a Draco in every group. It's going to be a crazy week. But unfortunately, it's only going to be for 3 people in the world that are able to get Draco in this event. So a little bit unfortunate and kind of a letdown. And if they were going to do it like this, Feign is a super squishy, like unkillable clan boss damage specialist. If they were going to do it this way, I would have preferred they put more of a progression epic like Miscreated Monster, Stag Knight, something to really help early to mid-game accounts progress into other content. Feign doesn't really do that for you. It just kind of helps you crank out damage in the clan boss. So if they were going to go that route, like I said, I would have preferred one of those top tier, S tier epics that help you with progression, which Feign doesn't really do. So that's just my take. I would love to hear what your opinion on it down below. And now I want to talk about the next fusion that's going to be coming to the game. It is going to be this dwarf that you see over there. Is the artwork and the aesthetic of Herndig is going to be coming to the game. And then we've also got the kit here. I'm going to get you a live reading and some reaction to this kit and let you know what I think about this champion's skills here so far. So let's put that artwork away and take a look at this. Okay, so A1 Lethal Lust. Attacks 1 enemy, grants an extra turn, and decreases the cooldown of Stasis Strike, which is the A3, by 2 turns if this attack kills an enemy. Then we've got the A2. AoE, that looks like we can probably book that to a 3-turn cooldown, and we can book the percentage of the defense break to 100, and the decreased accuracy to maybe 70, 75, if I had to guess. I really like it when they break down the books and like how they affect the buff, debuff, and the damage and stuff. That's really important stuff to know in terms of the true power of the champion. So when they lay it out like this, it's definitely a little bit unfortunate. I have to kind of guess and let you know what I think it might be. So hard to grade them accurately, but it's going to be an AoE that places defense break and decrease attack. So big version of both there. That's actually a pretty AoE attack that does both those things. That's a pretty insane ability, especially if it books to a 3-turn cooldown. Then for the A3, we've got attack 1 enemy, fully depletes target's turn meter. Will also attack all enemies if the first attack is critical. So getting crit on this guy is going to be very important. And the AoE attack will have a 75% chance of placing a weaken. You can probably book that up to 100% for 2 turns. So this champion is going to be able to place defense down and weaken, which obviously that makes champions very valuable when you can get both debuffs, especially on an AoE like this, as long as you got crit rate on him. We'll also place HP burn, which is you can really tell Plarium's trying to make HP burn a lot more valuable, just kind of how they're shifting the game the last 6 months or so. So we'll also place HP burn debuff for 2 turns after the attack on enemies whose turn meters are below 30%. So, yeah, gonna be a really good ability for the Fire Knight. It probably books to a 4-turn cooldown. If I had to guess, it could be 5 though, and that's a big difference if this ability books to 4 or 5. So that's, like I said, that's like why I like to know those things. Then we've got a passive. Fill the champion's turn meter by 10% every time they are hit. Occurs once per hit. That's worded a little bit weird because, like, if you've got a Lord Shazar that runs up and hits him 3 times, that's 3 different hits, and it says can only occur once per hit. I think they mean can only occur once per turn or once per enemy turn or something, because if you get per hit, I mean, it does say hits an enemy 3 times, so that would technically mean once per hit would proc it 3 times. I think it's supposed to read can occur once per turn or once per enemy turn, so that a triple hit isn't going to boost the turn meter by 30%. If I had to guess, that's how they meant to word it, but then it also fills the champion's turn meter by 20% whenever an ally dies. Kind of a weird one there because he's not a reviver or a support, really, so kind of weird to have that thrown in there. I guess it would help him as like a campaign farmer or something. When you've got food dying, it'll boost his turn meter up or something. But yeah, not that bottom part there is going to be super situational. Yeah, I mean, I like him as a champion. He's definitely going to be really solid. Definitely going to be something we want to go out. Like, we got to know the base stats and we got to know the books. So I can't give you like a final opinion on this guy. But based on what I know, based on what I see here, he's going to be a good champion. He's definitely going to have a role. The AoE defense break and weaken and AoE accuracy down and fully deplete turn meter and HP burn and AoE. 2 different AoEs as long as he's got crit. Gets an extra turn and lowers cooldowns if the A1 gets a kill. A passive that fills turn meter. Like, on paper, from what I see, definitely looks like a really solid champion and should be a fun fusion. But we won't know for sure until we see the base stats and how the books affect things. And I'll pop up the aesthetics there in case you wanted to see the artwork there again. But anyway, when will this launch? This is supposed to launch on Monday, June 7th. And he's going to be a legendary attack champion that is Magic Affinity. Then for the rest of the stuff going on in-game right now, we've got the Ice Golem tournament going on besides the Plarium Anniversary event for Fane. Pretty normal, par for the course Golem event, nothing too crazy to cover there, but you've got almost 2 days left on that. Then we'll go under the Events tab here, and we've got the Dungeon Divers event coinciding with that Golem, and then you've got just over a day left in your Artifact Enhancement event. Make sure you're getting to 1,000 points on that. Time to head into the shop and see if there's anything noteworthy coming down the pipeline here. 50, okay, the Doom Tower kit. All right, so we got 5 5-star chicken, 5 on 5 for tomes, boom, boom, and then we've got 2.5 and 500 gems. All right, 2.11. So, borderline. Anytime you see a purchase limit of under 3, it's usually decent, or at least Plarium thinks it's going to be decent. So yeah, it's all right for a high spender. It's a pretty decently well-rounded offer. For low spenders that are looking to get the most bang for their dollar, probably a pass on that one. The new monthly pack is live. That's about a 2.5 on that one. Then we've got Mega Mix Pack. Okay, same price. So the other one's 2.11. We got 5 days of XP, 350 gems, 160 brews, and then we're going to go with 10 5-star chicken and 8 4-stars, 2.01. So they're both about the same between the Doom Tower kit and the Mega Mix. It was a 2.11 versus a 2.01. Between these two, I probably prefer the Doom Tower kit. I think books are a little bit harder to come by. I would try to scoop those up. Like, you can farm chicken, you can get these eventually, you can't farm books. So given the fact they're close, if I were asked to pick between the two, I would go with the Doom Tower kit in my opinion. And then we've got more gear sets coming down. Here we've got the 6-star epic speed for $25. For high spenders that are looking for gear offers, this is one of the better ones you can get, the 6-star epic speed. But for 95% of you out there, probably better to hold off and spend your money a little bit more wisely than the speed pack, because when you buy these, odds are like 0 or 1 of them are going to be keepable. Like you buy them and then the gloves are flat HP and the chest is flat attack and the boots aren't speed, and then you're like, well, rip. So yeah, if you're trying to spend wisely, probably best to hold off for energy, gems, shards, and things that are more bang for your dollar for guaranteed account progression. So that'll do it for what I wanted to get covered in this wrap-up video. Again, unfortunate about the anniversary tournament. I think definitely a missed opportunity for Plarium there to get the community excited and pumped up about a lot of people acquiring DRACO and getting after the tournament here. And it was a perfect opportunity for them because DRACO is just like a PvE champion. He wouldn't have ruined the arena meta or affected PvP really, because he's not a popular champion in the arena. He would have just helped people progress their accounts, and Plarium would have made a lot of money because people would have been going crazy trying to win these individual groups. But when it's global, it's like, okay, what's the point? Like 3 people out of how many hundreds of thousands or millions of people are going to be active in this thing worldwide? Just not even worth going after at that point. So in my opinion, a missed opportunity, but I would love to hear your perspective down below. And then if you're watching this video right away, I'm going to be live on stream for a few hours. You can find a link down below in a pinned comment if you want to come hang out, play some raid, and talk about everything that's going on. And then quick reminder, the next fusion will be Monday, June 7th for the legendary dwarf champion that we covered earlier in the video. And I'll try to get some information about the actual effect of the books and the base stats and stuff, so I can get an infographic out for you detailing the fusion champion, hopefully by the time it launches, so you know everything you need to know. So alrighty, thank you for watching. As always, have a great rest of your day. Peace.